Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more detailed videos. For longtime viewers of General Hospital, the name Stone Kate still carries a weight that can be felt decades later. Even now, 30 years after his death aired on the show, the memory of Stone echoes through Port Charles and through the hearts of the fans who lived through one of the most emotional, socially impactful storylines in daytime history. Today, we reflect deeply on Stone's legacy, how his story changed the landscape of soap operas forever, and how Kimberly McCullough, the actress behind Robin Scorpio, continues to honor what the storyline meant to her, both personally and professionally. When Stone Kate arrived in Port Charles in the mid-1990s, few could have predicted how significant he would become. He entered the screen as a troubled but warm-hearted teenager connected to Sonny Corinthos, back when Sonny was just beginning to transition from a streetwise figure into the layered, powerful presence he would later become. In Stone, viewers saw glimpses of innocence, vulnerability, and hope wrapped in a young man who never fully realized how much he would change the lives of those around him. His chemistry with Robin was instant, but more than that, it felt profoundly sincere, even for fictional characters. Their connection became one of the most beloved pairings in the show's long history, not because it was glamorous or dramatic in the traditional soap opera way, but because it captured the fragile sweetness of young love and the stakes of growing up too soon. As their story unfolded, it became increasingly clear that it was headed somewhere deeper. Writers and producers of General Hospital were not afraid to tackle real-life issues, but the decision to bring HIV and AIDS to the forefront of a teen romance was groundbreaking and incredibly bold for the time. The world was still grappling with misunderstandings and stigma surrounding the disease. Daytime television rarely touched it, and when it did, it was often with distance or fear. But the Stone and Robin storyline did the opposite. It brought viewers directly into the emotional core of what it meant to face such a diagnosis, not through statistics or detached narratives, but through a young couple people genuinely loved and rooted for. Each step of Stone's illness unfolded with heartbreaking detail. His physical decline, his fear, his moments of courage, and the unwavering devotion between him and Robin created television that felt almost unbearably real. And at the very center of that authenticity was Kimberly McCullough, whose performance elevated every moment. Though young, she carried emotional depth far beyond her years. She has often spoken about how intense it was to take on material that demanded such vulnerability, and how the weight of the storyline shaped her not only as an actress but as a person. When she reflects on those years now, Kimberly often describes the storyline as a privilege, something she felt responsible for portraying truthfully because she understood how many lives were touched by HIV and AIDS at the time. The writers were committed to accuracy and empathy, and the actors embraced that responsibility with a level of dedication rarely seen in daytime television. Kimberly has explained in interviews that she learned from real people living with the disease, absorbing their stories, their fears, their resilience. That education shaped the authenticity viewers felt in every scene. She wasn't just acting, she was honoring the lived experiences of countless individuals. And then came the episode that no one who witnessed it has ever forgotten. Stone, nearly blind from complications of AIDS, manages to see Robin one last time before he passes. It is still regarded as one of the most unforgettable and devastating scenes in soap opera history. Kimberly's raw emotion, the quiet heartbreak of Stone's realization, and the stillness of the moment created something beyond acting. It was a cultural moment, a scene that genuinely moved people, sparked conversations, and opened hearts. Even now, when Kimberly recalls filming that final moment, she speaks about it with deep emotion. She has said the memory of it remains vivid for her, not just because of the storyline itself, but because of the impact it had on the audience. Fans wrote letters for years afterward describing how the storyline helped them better understand the realities of HIV, how it encouraged compassion, or how it helped them support friends and family going through similar experiences. Some viewers shared that the storyline inspired them to get tested, talk openly with partners, or challenge their own preconceived notions. For Kimberly, that remains one of the greatest honors of her career, knowing that the work she did at such a young age rippled outward and made a difference in people's lives. On the 30th anniversary of Stone's death, the nostalgia is strong. but so is the sense of gratitude. Stone's story wasn't just tragic. It was humanizing. It was educational. And it was rooted in a level of emotional truth that resonated far beyond the boundaries of a fictional town like Port Charles. Even viewers who didn't watch General Hospital regularly found themselves talking about the storyline, hearing about it from friends, or catching glimpses of the press coverage it generated. In many ways, Stone Cates became a symbol of tenderness in the middle of a crisis that often felt cold or overwhelming. Kimberly McCullough has talked about how playing Robin during this storyline shaped the way she approached her career later in life. She has acknowledged that her artistic choices became more intentional because she understood how powerful storytelling could be when it carried genuine meaning. She carried that understanding into her later work behind the camera as a director, where she has helmed episodes across multiple television shows. Her roots in the Stone Cates storyline taught her that stories can change people, challenge stigma, and create space for empathy, lessons she has brought with her into every creative role. And although 3 decades have passed, Kimberly still speaks about Stone with warmth and reverence, especially when fans bring him up. The connection between Stone and Robin was more than a teenage romance. It was a turning point in soap opera storytelling and a defining part of Robin's character for years after. Even when Robin moved forward with her life, becoming a doctor, finding new love, building a future, Stone remained part of her. His influence threaded through her decisions, her fears, and her triumphs. Kimberly has said she loved that the writers allowed Robin to grow realistically, showing how the loss of someone so significant leaves no longer appear on the show physically. His presence has never fully left General Hospital. His memory is woven into Robin's history, into Sunny's evolution as a character, and into the hearts of viewers who remember the storyline vividly. Whenever a mention of Stone surfaces in new episodes, longtime fans feel a rush of both nostalgia and reverence. It serves as a reminder of an era when the show committed to telling a story that mattered deeply, and did so with sensitivity and courage. Today, as we reflect on the 30 years since Stone's passing, it's clear that his storyline remains one of the most meaningful in the history of daytime television. It dared to portray HIV and AIDS with humanity at a time when fear dominated public discourse. It showed viewers that compassion, love, and dignity could exist even in the face of devastating circumstances. And it demonstrated the incredible emotional power that actors like Kimberly McCullough could bring to their roles when given material that spoke to truth and real-life struggles. Kimberly's reflections over the years remind us that storytellers, whether actors or writers, can help change perceptions. She has often mentioned how fortunate she felt to learn so much at such a young age, lessons about empathy, about responsibility, and about honoring the real people behind the issues being portrayed. When she looks back, she sees not just the heartbreak of the storyline, but the humanity within it. She sees the viewers who reached out with gratitude, the people living with HIV who felt seen, and the way her own understanding of the world deepened through the experience. 30 years later, fans still cry when they rewatch Stone's final scenes. They still talk about the bravery of the storyline. They still share memories of what it meant to them personally, whether they were dealing with illness in their own families or simply confronting a moment in television that felt larger than the medium itself. That level of emotional longevity is rare. It's a testament to the writing, the performances, and the authenticity with which the story was told. And that is why remembering Stone Cates isn't just about revisiting an old storyline. It's about honoring a moment in television history where fiction intersected with reality in a meaningful and compassionate way. It's about acknowledging how far society has come and how storytelling contributed to that progress. And it's about appreciating the performers, especially Kimberly McCullough, who poured their hearts into bringing truth to the screen. As fans look back on this anniversary, many do so with both sadness and gratitude. Sadness for the character they lost, and gratitude for the impact he made. Stone may have been fictional, but the emotions he stirred, the conversations he inspired, and the awareness he helped spread were profoundly real. His loss remains one of the most powerful moments in General Hospital's history, and his legacy continues to shape the show and its characters even now. Kimberly McCullough continues to be humbled by the lasting impact of the storyline. She has expressed many times that the connection fans feel to Stone and Robin is something she deeply cherishes. She recognizes that the storyline affected people on a personal level, and she never underestimates the significance of that response. And as time passes, she remains grateful that she was trusted with such meaningful material, work that continues to be remembered, discussed, and honored decades later. On this 30th anniversary, remembering Stone Kates isn't simply about nostalgia. It's about acknowledging storytelling that mattered. It's about recognizing the courage of a show willing to address a difficult topic and the dedication of actors who brought it to life with honesty. And it's about celebrating the impact that Stone continues to have, not only on General Hospital's history, but on the hearts of viewers who will never forget him. Come back to our channel for all your updates. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel.